it's me Tina Amir and welcome to my channel. So for today we're gonna learn about, okay, I'm just kidding. So today I just wanna say thank you very much for supporting my channel. It's been 2 years, quite a long time to reach 10k subscribers, and I expect that because I know my videos kind of boring, right? But mainly it's really straightforward studies. But I am very thankful even without me advertising it somewhere. But because of you guys, then this channel could grow to 10k subscribers. So thank you very much, especially to those viewers who don't skip the ads, and also to my Patreons and to people who support me, always click like for the videos. Even though like it's like nothing to you, it somehow say like your effort is appreciated. That's how I read it. So for today, I like to share with you some random confessions about me, and I think you deserve to know. And to be honest, I don't have qualification for Malay language. So let's start with the first one. I'm married. I have 13 children and counting. Second one, my parents were teachers. They're retired now. And from young, I never planned to be teacher or lecturer. So I never really interested in the teaching part. I really appreciate and I really adore people who can repeat the same thing over and over, because it's something very difficult for me. So that's why I don't like people call me teacher, because to be a teacher, I think it's more than that, not just make one video and put it online and then you watch it. So that's about it. And next confession, my parents never forced me to study, but previously I studied very hard from young, mostly due to the inferiority complex. Next, I scored all A's my national major school exams. I got 5 A's for my UPSR, 8 A's for my PMR, and 10 A's for my SPM. However, don't compare it with me now. It's like just a phase of life at that time. And I know my knowledge really deteriorating. And I'm sorry because of that. I mean, my Malay is not that good. I mean, I speak Malay, but in the context of formal Malay. And also my English also not good anymore. It was just a phase of life. Never compare with what you encounter in the video. Next one, I quit medicine. Is one of the tough decision in life. Next, at a young age, actually I was very artistic, but the surrounding just not supportive to their interest. I was elected to represent for coloring and painting to the national level at that time. But if you grow up in the typical Malay environment, I think now people more open-minded. But during my time, they used to see like other ambitions not so worthy. They have this mindset like you only worthy if you take professional course and you become people in that profession and work with government, something like that. So it was ingrained in the brain. I just gave up my talent just like that. So I'm not that artistic anymore now. Next, I studied very hard when I was younger. From very young, I started it. One of the reasons was to migrate. However, so many obstacles I didn't manage, and I like to share it with you some other time. And for now, I'm not thinking about migrate anymore. I just want to live my life, because I was like spending my life for that, goals, every goals just to get where I was and hoping to get to the next. And I didn't manage, and I think I really waste a lot of time. I really didn't appreciate my life at all before. I just didn't live the moment. So now, like my clock is ticking, someday I'm gonna die, right? So I just like to live my life and start my life all over again. And plus, I'm not thinking about migrating anymore because I have so many animals. I don't know how I'm going to bring them if I want to move somewhere. So I just stay where they are. Next, I came from chaos background, and I used to spend very little time at home. And I always somewhere, some place or some other people's home. And talking about this, I feel guilty, honestly, because when you spend too much time in other people's home, you're actually disturbing them. But at that time, I wasn't aware of that, and I'm very sorry. So now that I'm adult and I'm aware of that, I really try as much as I can not to go to people's home. Next, I went to elite boarding school since I was 14 years old. So when I was in high school, I had like 3 of high school. I moved every time I got better result. So when I got offer and I took the offer and I moved to a different school. Next one, I used to be a tomboy and gangster. I was influenced very much with the wrestling and kung fu show, and it was a phase of life also. I hated religion very much, but then after that I turned to religion and I became extreme, but not violence. Okay, please don't misunderstand. And this identity crisis really contribute to my depression. It's like you can change to be different person. However, at some point of your life, all these people you have became come back to you and it feels like different people live in your body. When you have different people living in your body, decision you make at that time based on that people or what you say at that time based on that people. And when you interact with people, when you interact with people outside, they tend to get bad ideas about you. Okay, that is the difficult part of it. And you also feel like hypocrite. So that's also contribute to the depression level. You feel hypocrite because sometimes you say like this and sometimes you say like that because you have different people inside of you. Next, I actively volunteered before and I used to find time, especially on holidays. I didn't really have much holiday before, but every time I had holidays, I would try to find places which I can volunteer. For example, like Aborigine, a village, or just regular villages and orphanage. Next, my quality of study declined rapidly while I pursue study on the International Baccalaureate program because of my internal crisis. And I also had many psychological issues at that time, plus the family issues. So I just couldn't concentrate my study the way I concentrated previously. And at that time, really, I think the peak of my depression level. As you know, like A-level program is mostly you focus on your study only. But international baccalaureate program, you not only study for higher level subjects, but you also need to participate. You must actually collect, I think, 360 hours for curriculum activities. And like I said, I had different people living in me. So when I participated in certain activities, so I had like different people, like I became different people and I became crazy because of that. I really difficult crisis identity. Next, I was a vegan before and vegetarian for quite a long time, but now not anymore. But I try to be, even though not purely, but I'm trying mostly at home to prepare vegan or vegetarian meal. It's not something that your religion promote that. I mean, Islam doesn't promote to be vegan or vegetarian, but it's nothing wrong if I want to be. I don't see anything wrong if I choose to be. Next, I used to hate guys very much due to the family issue, and I refused to see males. It was really a bad day before if I saw male. I really didn't like it. However, when I was in international baccalaureate program, it was difficult for me because of busy with study and co-curriculum activities. Somehow I had to see. I cannot avoid that. And because of that, that's also contribute to my psychological issues and my depression level. But don't worry, I'm neutral now. I think because of that 2 years time was too long, it somehow trained me like to withstand that. And suddenly I become neutral. So don't worry. Okay, I won't be biased or I won't like you because of the gender because it's not fair. I'm aware of that. Next, I used to love to dance before, but now I just swim once in a while. This one shocking one. At the age of 26, now I'm almost 30. Now I'm 29. So at the age of 26 or 27, I think at the age of 27, I end up with almost 400,000 debt for something which is not seen by the naked eyes. So it was unexpected. I was studying, apply for scholarship, and then during that study time, I was on extension and Malaysian economy also not that good at that time. So this scholarship, supposedly in the beginning, it can only be scholarship if you finish and graduate. So at that time, I was informed that if you wanna carry on, if you don't graduate on time, And if you want to carry on your study, you have to use your money. The government put me in the private, so it is expensive to study medicine. So I was like, so if I want to pursue study and want to graduate, I need to use my own money. However, because of the economical crisis, I don't have guarantee that this study loan will be scholarship. So I decide to quit because I don't want to accumulate more debts, because there's no guarantee that I don't have to pay for it. And plus, I really asked myself at that time, do I really want to be in this path? And the answer is no, because I was, as I've mentioned, I studied very hard to migrate. So when I couldn't migrate, I couldn't find myself anymore to do something I don't like. Couldn't force myself anymore. Even though I forced it, I just couldn't. So I think one day, if I don't stop now, I will stop one day. So it's just no point everything. So I better stop earlier and I live my life all over again. And this 400,000 debts, actually huge debt, especially at young age. I used to feel very bad about it, but now I used to feel still very bad about it. I mean, different perception. Before, I used to feel like, oh my God, why I have to pay all of this? But now, I like to pay because I don't go to that path. And I like to pay, but somehow my mood sometimes down. I'm little sad over time because I'm doing business and sometimes my business not stable yet. And because of that, it's difficult for me to properly pay, you know. So sometimes bring me down. But if I have that ability, if I have that money, I definitely want to pay it, because anyway that money will go to the new generation. So that's how I think about it. Next, I dream to have my own home. I want to rescue more animals with my husband. Next, I was not planning to migrate anymore, as I've mentioned, but I really want to be able to travel the world someday when I can find someone who can take care of my animals while I'm away, and also when I have money to travel anywhere in the world. Next, I met my husband online and he migrated here to marry me. Next, I'm not planning to go to university anymore, but I want to study a subject which I'm interested on my own for my own satisfaction. And for me, if I don't like something, I don't see like I should chase for it, like those titles and everything, because I'm anyway not gonna work in that field. I'm not interested to work in that field. I like to do my own stuff. That's the reason why. I break my family's heart for this life that I choose. I don't intend to do that, but in certain things, we cannot make everyone happy. And even if we feel sad about it, we have to keep going anyway. Because even if I feel sad, what can I do? I don't plan to, jump onto the river. I just want to live my life and I just want to keep going, and I hope things will get better. Next, I wrote the book 10,000 kilometers. Thank you very much for those of you who like the page. However, I don't sell it on the market. I just sell it underground. For this book, I actually wrote it at one of lowest point of life. And of course, when I've mentioned that, of course, so many sadness, right? So I don't want that book go to public much and people read it and become sad. So I just hope one day I be able to write another book, and then only I sell this book publicly. So I sell them together, because even though life is not perfect, life is can be sad sometimes, right? But we have to change the way how we look at things. We have to force ourselves for that, and how difficult it is. Next, I was certified as tailor at 18. I used to make clothes and sold them, but now I really taking a break from it. But maybe who knows in the future, I plan to continue again. Next, I was teaching people how to read Quran before, but now no more. Next, I used to sell on the street, and it was nice experience. From there, you know people from different walks of life, and then it opens your eyes to another life experiences. Like for example, some people really make nice money from selling on the street, but some people really struggle. That really open your eyes and make you feel very grateful to everything you have. I know sometimes I can be whining too, but I'm trying. Next, I was against marriage at a young age. I never planned to get married before age 30. However, I did it. Okay, so moral of the story, don't hate something, sometimes you tend to do it. Next, I used to madly in love with dolls. As you can see, some of my videos like so many dolls. Just put picture of dolls. And I thought that one day I'm going to have a collections of dolls. But now I changed my mind. I'm really crazy over guinea pigs. And I like to have them more when I can have bigger house. Next, I was in crisis with my Malay language teacher when I was in high school, quite a long time. And then at this time, I was rebellious, but he did something wrong. I don't want to disclose it because it's over already. But the way I reacted to it is not correct also because I could easily harm my grades. And it was difficult. I had to self-study because of that. And not only that, I was denied to play for volleyball during the tournament, even though I was the main player. And then I was not allowed to join the school trip also because of that crisis. And I saw the pattern of if you don't like something, then something easily follow you. For example, now I'm teaching you actually online Malay language, and before I used to have crisis. Next, I'm really interested in learning other languages and cultures as well. And last one, my random facts I like to share with you. I used to suffer very serious cystic acne problem. My face looked like beehive. I'm not exaggerating. It was because of allergy plus the herb products. At that time, I used to have allergy and it's normal pimple to pop out. However, I consumed this herb product and I saw like my face worse. And then I was thinking to myself, just using it because I was like, how can it be more worse? Because it's already worse. I was wrong. My face looks like beehive after that. It was really scary. However, because I had depression for other things, so how I looks like didn't matter much because I was busy thinking about other problems. So as you can see here, you can see mark on my face. That's because from the old scars of that incident. And for now, I don't plan to go for any laser or something like that because I need my money for other things. Well, I guess that's all. I just want to share with you random facts about me so you know who is this person teaching you online. But I really don't like you call me teacher because to be a teacher, I think someone should be certified. Someone should really have certificate for that and really have experience, not just without any proper certificate or qualification and just teaching online. I really teach you like friends, something I want to share because I know if you live here and if you don't know language, it can be very difficult at times. At least you know something, even if you're not expert. Thank you very much again for watching my video, for supporting my channel. I really appreciate very much. Thank you again and see you next time. Bye.